back. Welcome to Very Simple Podcast. Xander Beltran back again because he needs a place to stay, as I always set the podcast. I break your balls.
I mean, there's many couches in LA, but Randy's...
It's the best. A gay guy appointed my apartment.
I get to watch Randy smoke weed and watch Jay Moore. Feels like hanging out with my dad a little bit. He's like, this guy's like, he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. Oh, actually, pretty good point, Jay. Pretty good point.
Gonna start renting out these studios as sleeping space for comics when they come into
Dude,
town.
I bet if you put a fucking cot in one of these rooms and made it a comedian Airbnb and charged him $75 a night, you'd make some bread. You don't have to be in the fucking studio. It's like, all right, here's the key. See your way out.
That would work.
Well, now that my apartment's right across the alley, they can shower.
Dude, you should totally do that, Mikey. That'd be fucking awesome, man. I was actually talking to a friend of mine bought a house in Lake Balboa recently, and the Olympics are going to be here. And apparently they're running like the whole skateboarding and cycling thing out of there. Like they're putting it all in Lake Balboa.
It's crazy. Skateboarding gets to stay. Breakdancing's got to go.
Well, see, I learned this. The host country gets to choose an event in that Olympics
to add.
And France chose breaking. And
Really?
they call it not breakdancing, breaking.
Breaking.
Which is why wouldn't they call it breakdance? Black people invented it in the Bronx.
When French people do it, it's not really dancing.
Yeah. you can't do that with a lit cigarette in your mouth.
They're breaking norms, societal norms.
Well, it's funny.
Putting blue balls on TV.
Yeah, exactly. So I heard that the United States, for the 2028 Olympics in LA, they chose flag football for it. And I was like, what? Why? Like,
oh my God.
If it could be any game that we choose, there's got to be more things that we're better at.
And that's why you can't support people like Joe Biden. You got to... None of these milquetoast fucks. Flag football.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it should be something that only we can do. You know, kidding. Like hot dog eating. You know, like that should be the Olympic event.
Kobayashi comes over here and fucking
dude, Joey Chestnut beat him. Joey Chestnut beat him.
Rascal races. That's the most American sport.
Who can do a wheelie down the street the longest with a mountain bike in South Central?
How much mayonnaise can you put in a potato salad? It's just like I got the world record. We put 10 pounds of mayonnaise and 3 pounds of potatoes. It's crazy.
I just love it, the idea that it would be like an eating competition for the U.S. shows.
It's gotta be.
I mean, we'll lose at drinking. Drugs we might win, although we can't trust the drugs with the fentanyl now. So Mexico probably would get out of the cleanest drugs if we made like doing drugs our Olympic event. You know, who can smoke the most crack?
Oh. Like, and then what? The person who doesn't die is a gold medalist?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that seriously how you're gonna do
There is no silver and bronze. There's only one.
That's amazing. I feel like there's a different competition that we could create with this in mind.
Well, I'm surprised we lost shooting. But
they took shooting out?
No, shooting is in. Yeah, we came in dead last. But I mean, everyone made that joke. It's like, oh, you know, because it wasn't at a high school. It's like, no, come on, man. Like, given how many guns there are here, there's got to be better marksmen. Like, can't a retired, you know, Navy SEAL sniper have fucking entered that competition and won?
Well, the thing is, if you're good at violence in America, there's better jobs for you than being in the Olympics. If you live in Turkey, like, it's either join the Turkish mafia or Olympics. There's no other spots.
Yeah, there's really
here you could just be like a really heavily medal, you know.
Highly honored, decorated soldier.
Honored, decorated soldier.
Yeah.
Or you could be like you could work for the FBI or something, CIA.
What Olympic event do you think you could potentially have competed in? Like would you have been best in? Right now. No, right now. Not in your peak.
Right now. I was going to say wrestling. That was my best sport. But right now, I don't know.
Sucking dick. No.
What's that sport?
Randy, you know I'm not very good at that.
I
don't know. Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, so apparently, like, I was just talking to my buddy on the podcast last week, but it was a few days ago in real time. But you guys would have heard it last week. Talking to Rory Lowe, and he was telling me that in Australia, and they do this in China, and I expect it in like authoritarian countries like that. But even in Australia, like they'll come in like periodically to like and test school age kids for like their height, weight, jumping distance, foot speed.
Sure.
And if they're showing good potential, they'll take them into like the Australian Sports Institute, where they'll like live and train to be like swimmers, and they'll get tutored there. But like they'll like move away from their family and just like try to get them to be like at a high level, competitive level for the Olympics. And I wonder, you know, if they tested me, like what would or you, like what would any of us What would they say? This is the sport you should be in.
It'd probably be like shot put, something like that. Like I could still do stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
me, I don't know, man. Like I don't think pushing a broom is a sport. I'm built for manual labor. Carrying bricks is not a sport.
Right.
I'm janitorial services.
Curling, pushing broom is a sport.
Oh, there you go. Good call, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm on ice, man. My people don't like ice.
Whatever sport needs like a guy who's like strong but kind of short.
Yeah.
That's yeah, if they have like Olympic cheerleading or something.
Yeah. That's weird, man. I fucking.
Have you ever done shooting? Are you any good?
I've shot some. Actually, one of the times I was in the Bay a couple years ago, I shot at a.
Can you close both your eyes like when you want to?
No,
I can't get this left eye to close.
I can only do my left eye.
I gotta like push it.
You can only do your right eye.
I can do my right.
I can't
And then I'm right-handed, so it doesn't work that good for me.
That's what I'm saying. I can only do my.
I literally
left
when I'm shooting, I'll go like, all right. I feel like a terrible like '90s movie about a mobster. Where I'm like, watch 1 sec.
I wish my wiener worked like that. If I
aim
just
my
pushed
own
it up, I
eyes.
got a boner. Like a light switch.
If only. Well, there's another button you could use, but it's in your ass.
Does that work?
Some guy said that to me the other day, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I wonder if that actually works.
He's like, oh, you have a button.
That's what they say. I don't want to try it and find out, but I wonder if it does work.
I mean, have you ever used the bidet?
No.
You have never. Wait, you've
I'm very
never
anti-bidet.
You've never used a bidet.
I mean, I've seen bidets.
So your asshole's only clean after showers.
Yeah, dude. If I take a shit dirty enough that requires a shower, I shower.
You just shower.
Yeah, I'm not just wash my ass.
Yeah.
The whole body gets cleansed, dude.
But the bidet, I mean, it's very useful. You're much cleaner.
Yeah, well, my this is something my dad.
But you
taught
do
me.
get like, oh shit, this is nice. You're like a little too nice.
You enjoy it more than you should.
Yeah.
It's not.
You're like, if my father could see me now.
My asshole has been clean for 25 minutes, but I think I'm gonna hang out here a little longer.
Yeah, you're just like, well, I could turn it off.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'll just let it run for a
I
while.
got nowhere to be. I got time.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah.
No, my dad used to. Remember when I was a kid, he told me he's like, hey, when you take a shit, make sure that when it's starting to get clean, the paper's looking like it's clean when you're done when you're using the dry paper. Take a little ball of it, wet it a little bit, then wipe your ass with that. Then take one and do a dry wipe. That was his it was like a ghetto wet wipe.
That's how you do it.
TP.
Yeah. Oh, you just wet it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've done that.
Yeah, I've
plenty.
done that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like at a music festival or something, you have like a water bottle.
Why would I do it in the music?
Because you can't shower. You're not going to shower all weekend.
I thought you meant like
or
like
something.
while
You know
I
what I
was
mean?
dancing
Or you're
in-
not going to shower for.
I thought like in the concert, you're like, why would you have a bottle of water and water to wipe your ass in the middle of like the pit?
No, like in like a porta potty.
I literally thought, like, why would you wipe your ass in the middle of the pit, dude? Like, what drugs are you taking when your ass?
Dude, because I'm on Molly and it feels good.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Because I'm the rave daddy.
yeah, it's like,
And everybody loves
dude,
it when Papa wets his
I thought it
beehole.
might be a rave thing. I honestly might be a rave thing.
You're like, I mean, I guess that's what they do up there in Oakland. I don't know. I never really hang out there for long.
Have you ever done one of a rave, like one of Nate Lowe's gigs at those raves?
No, I would never do that.
You never? Oh, I did it once.
When I was younger, I did. I tried to like do comedy around like the bass music scene in the Bay Area, and I did a couple times where I would open for one of those shows, and it was the worst experience of my life because like everybody's just like on drugs and like wants you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And so you're like, well, I would never do that again. That was like the worst setting.
It's honestly the music and comedy don't mix, and people keep trying to do it, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the only time I've ever seen it work was when Dave Chappelle was doing his tour.
It can work. I do a show in San Francisco with a live funk band that backs the comedians.
That's cool.
It's very fun.
But I mean, like
But
they're
people
playing
are
in
there to
between-
see just the band,
But
and then I'm in the way.
and they're also not playing. It's not like exactly. They're not there to see the band, and they're like playing in between the sets, right? Like I imagine, but they're not like
They just play people on and off.
yeah,
They adorn their sets if they want vibes.
yeah,
And then they play before and after
Yeah.
the show for like 15
yeah, like a
minutes.
warm up. Yeah, see that'll work. I mean, that's like having a house band. That's more like having the Roots for Fallon than fucking hey, I'm here to see Shaka Khan, but next up, fucking some hack comic from local. They don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, you have to watch me instead of your favorite
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
DJ.
They came to see
People want
T-Pain and Xander's going to do 15 before. Like, get the
Yeah.
fuck off the stage with this shit. Like, That never works.
So one of the problems with me and my dad's relationship
Yeah.
is that I don't think he listens to
Shut
me.
up,
They're like, shut
motherfucker.
the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude, and the only time I've ever
Play
seen
the
it work,
hits.
like in a big headline show, is Dave Chappelle when he was doing his tour after he came back. When he did like that.
Block party?
Yeah, no, like the residency at Radio City. I went and saw him there, and Donnell came out, opened. He did an hour, and then at the end, he had like Kendrick Lamar come out and do 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like,
afterwards is fine.
that was great.
But
like,
not if they were at a
Yeah.
Kendrick concert. If it was reverse and Kendrick brought out
Exactly.
Chappelle might do okay, but they'd still be like,
let's get to the concert.
I want to dance.
Yeah. I'm way too high to be listening to this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Molly and cocaine, party, the fucking rave drugs, and whatever the fuck else I take it. Those aren't conducive to comedy.
No.
Like alcohol, even too much alcohol gets ridiculous. Weed's fine, but if you have fucking 10,000 people on Molly, they don't want to hear that shit.
It's really
they do not want to hear
weed
that
and
shit.
alcohol work for comedy.
Yeah, everything
Other
else
than that,
doesn't.
it's just like don't
Bother.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Just like the whole crowd's on ketamine.
Yeah, could you imagine 30,000 people on ketamine? Hey, let me talk about how my dad used to beat me and make it funny.
Your comedy is way too sharp. It's pointy. It's ruining my vibe. It's too pointy. Like, what do you? That's like I say you get heckled by a guy on ketamine.
Oh yeah.
Your jokes are too pointy, man.
Or even worse, there's all a K-hole
Just out of it.
frozen in time. It's like a flash mob in front of you. Like, are you guys all right? You start putting mirrors underneath guests.
Do you ever do comedy on drugs?
Yeah, I've done. I mean, weed for sure.
Have you done all of them?
No. Weed and mushrooms. And the weed, I've done it plenty of times. I like smoking weed.
Yeah, I do it on mushrooms. So I like it.
Oh,
the only thing that
no.
ever happens is I have this. The feeling where like when you're on mushrooms or like psychedelic, and you just kind of have that reset where you're like, I'm really alive.
Yeah.
I'm really alive.
I'm a
This is
person.
real. I'm here right now. I'm really in this bitch. That shit happens while I'm on stage.
That's never good.
I'll be like doing pretty good with the joke, and then I just go, I'm alive. And I don't really know what it means. And then you're like, so are you guys together?
Yeah.
Like
You're in the middle of an existential crisis and you're trying to tell a joke.
it works for a little bit, but then I have that. It's like, I don't know, it just feels like a pin drops, and I like remember that I'm alive.
That
and
you're a
this is-
person, yeah,
and this is kind of an insane experience
in the world.
Yeah.
Dude, I did one mushroom show, and it's like a known mushroom show of Tom. I forget his name, but it's a psychedelic show. And
Tom Baum.
Tom Baum had me down in San Diego.
Shouts out to Tom
Shout
Baum
out
out
Tom
in
Baum.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Fun
it was
show.
one of his San Diego shows. He did it in San Diego. And
I've never done one, but I always wanted to.
And it's always like a secret show, so like he picks a different venue. And this one was in a
It
warehouse.
has to be. People are doing drugs on the show.
Oh, I didn't.
They have to change venues.
I didn't.
I don't think it can have a recurring.
That didn't occur to me.
I think it's a crime. I don't know.
But
It can stay in one location.
that didn't occur to me at all. I mean, it's California, man.
I just had
You
that
know,
thought
like,
right now.
I
was
thought
like,
drugs
oh,
were legal
shit,
everywhere.
It's got to move.
It's got to move.
You got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Dude,
It did not occur to
the
me.
fact that he pulls that off. He's
I know.
That's dope.
But he did
Cool
this
guy.
one at a warehouse that hosted like backyard wrestling, like so they had like a full on like WWE wrestling ring in there, and they used that as the stage. They took down one side of the ropes. That was the stage, and it was well lit. It was cool, and there was a mic.
That's pretty
And then
cool.
they had the people lined up. But they're all on mushrooms. He gives you mushrooms or acid, whatever the fuck you want before you go on. But he also makes you wait. You show up an hour, so he makes sure they're working before you even step out there, which is fun, right? You don't want to
really?
eat the mushrooms and go up, and then later on.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the
Hitting
comedy,
you mid set would probably be worse.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But so I ate my eighth, whatever, and because it was San Diego, I drove down. And
Do you do a sober set or just high?
just high?
Okay.
Just high. I've done the ones where you do flip flop, but and he gave me the mushrooms, and when I'm on mushrooms, man, like my whole body gets warm, and I feel like a rubber band. Like I don't feel like I have bones in me.
Just loose.
Yeah, real loose.
Just a puddle of rain.
Yeah, I was just fucking wobble sticks for legs, just fucking wobble sticks. So
Yeah.
I go up there and I stand on the fucking on the ring and I grab the mic, and I've never been in a fucking WWE ring before. They're like really bouncy and springy.
Sure.
I felt like I was walking on a waterbed because my legs were so fucking, I was so troned out on the
Did you
on the
jump
mushroom.
up and down?
Bro, I was terrified. So I literally started that. Hey, you guys mind if I just stand down there with you guys? Because I can't.
This thing's freaking me out.
I can't stand up, and they all laughed at that. So I got off the stage. I got off the stage and just did it from like within the audience.
That's so
I was like,
funny.
I can't.
I gotta be with you guys. It's too woggly shoggly over
Dude,
here.
I couldn't fucking deal with it, dude. It was too much. I literally felt like I was standing on a waterbed. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. But it was fun. But then, it was a 20-minute set, and then I spent like 3 hours by myself in a hotel room because I was whacked out on mushrooms.
You didn't go and do stuff?
No, I hung out there for a bit.
How much did you take?
An eighth. 3.5
Oh, you
grams.
took an actual eighth and then went on stage?
Yeah, dude.
I would do a show like that, and I would take like a gram.
Well, I'm
But an
also a
eighth,
fucking
dude?
idiot, dude. That's what I do.
An eighth, I got to be with like my best friend. And
Yeah, no. So I hung out there for an hour, and then I have 4 hours of a trip left. After my set. So then I went. Thank God.
Did you have a good set?
Yeah, it was a good set.
Or you have a bad set? You're just like alone in your hotel room. You're like, what is it for? Why do I even?
Wait, why am I doing this?
What am I doing? Thinking for?
But I literally sat in my hotel room. I think I watched Life Below Zero, and was just blown away. I was like, how are these people living in the Arctic? And I was captivated by it, and it was honestly, thank God I took the mushrooms when I woke up the next morning. I realized how disgusting the hotel room I booked was, because it was just like I was like, I'm only down there for a night. I'm doing this one spot, then I'm paying a ton. I just booked like
You didn't notice because you were part fungus at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was
You were
like,
fungus too.
Extended stay America, fucking,
Oh, dude.
$89 for the night, no doubt. And I was like, God damn,
Dude, that's the worst. I don't know. I feel kind of bad, but I got to do this. My friend that I stay with in San Diego, his place is like pretty dirty, and it's mostly he just has a roommate.
Well, if he's a comic, I mean, that's to be.
He's
fair.
not a comic. He's just a guy.
It's just a guy.
Love this guy, great guy. But this is a true story. I look at his floor, and one of those parts on the floor is actually the color of the carpet, and the rest of the color of the carpet is dirty. It's dirty, right? And I'm like, oh, what happened here? And he goes, yeah, I accidentally spilled some soap. I swear to God, this just happened.
I accidentally spilled.
Yeah, he's like my friend from college, and like great guy. He's like moving to a new place, so he doesn't care. He's moving with his girlfriend, and you know when you live with another man and they're gross, you just get to a point where you're like, fuck, I'm not cleaning up after you, and you both do that. And then
that's the thing.
He literally goes, I spilled some fucking soap, and he's like, yeah, I spilled soap. Like it was
Maybe
an
you should
accident.
spill soap everywhere.
It was an accident to clean it. It was so.
Maybe you should put a bomb of soap in the apartment.
Oh my God. Yeah, I literally like. Do you ever experience the thing where somebody says the funniest thing ever, but it's like you're laughing at them, so you have to like not laugh too much?
Dude, those are my favorite. Dude.
And then you do the thing where I just grabbed him on the shoulder and I was like, I'm sorry, but that is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah,
you accidentally spilled soap.
The understated funny, like the unintentional funny, is the funniest to me. Like when
Sure.
someone's not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And it is funny. I can't help. I can't.
I died.
I've had to remove myself from the room, like in a business meeting. I gotta get up. But this is if I start fucking dying in here, it's gonna be real inappropriate.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was terribly inappropriate.
I've had some moments like that where I am just like cannot hold it together, and it's supposed to be like a serious setting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But that's what the holding it in makes it funnier.
It makes it even.
It makes it like.
Oh, I went to Catholic school as a kid, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I
Holding
like.
and laughter is some of the most contagious things as a kid.
Yes.
Of like,
Oh,
well,
yes.
now anything's funny.
So there's this in this like science book when I'm in like third grade, somebody just draws like there's like a monkey on the page, and then they draw like the rest of the picture, which like
Whoa!
It was
Don't talk about black people like that. Randy.
I was about to start this, and I was like, man, this is gonna be a good story. This is gonna be a good clip. Now I'm like, make sure I know everybody knows I
And
don't
scene.
I
Start
don't
over.
agree
Start over.
with that. That's a bad.
This is
Also, if you guys don't know, Randy's from Bronx, New York. He's Dominican. He is fucking,
It's all right.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding. But wait, so but how old are you this?
I'm like, I don't know, 10. How old are you in third grade?
5 in kindergarten, 6 in first, 7
But
second.
so
8,
there's
8 years old.
So there's a picture of like a snow monkey that's like turned, and the picture's cut off like down its like the middle of its torso, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then in my book, somebody drew out the rest of the monkey's ass, and it just has a giant gaping asshole, right? I'm like in third grade. I've never seen anything like this in my life. But then there's like a nun who's there like guest teaching a course on science because they're like, nuns aren't just nuns. Some of them are scientists.
Yeah, right.
And so she comes and she teaches.
We don't believe in
about
it, but we
science.
teach it.
And then because the reason why I laugh so hard is she goes, and on your next page is one of my favorite monkeys. Beautiful monkeys. Just everything about them is gorgeous. And then I turn the page and the monkey's just got a giant ass. And I start laughing and I stop. Like I catch myself. And then my best friend is like 4 seats over. Yeah. And he turns his page and it has the same drawing on it. And we're both like, that's the funniest. But then we're in front of nuns who like, they can ruin your whole reputation in the Catholic community, like at the school. So we're like, oh, we got kicked out because we just couldn't stop. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Did some other 8-year-olds draw that? Or,
I don't know who
or
drew
did
it.
older kids go into
But
that
the
room
fact that it's
and be
like-
like, hey, remember when nun so-and-so would do this lesson? Let's go draw fat assholes on the monkeys.
It's one of my favorite monkeys. Just everything about it is beautiful.
They came back. Yeah, they came.
And I'm like, what's so beautiful about it? It has a gaping asshole.
The fifth graders came back and drew it on there. It's like, wait till she tells the
I
lesson
don't
this
even
year.
know the word gaping yet. I just go, that's a big ass. Like, and the fact there was another, I was like, how many books are like this? How many books are drawn out? That was what made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, is everyone in the room seeing this right now?
When in elementary school, I had straight A's and everything except discipline. I had a D. Because I would just, I don't know. Sometimes I just look at the book. Like, and the teachers, the thing that's weird about like religious institutions is like they caught us laughing at it. Look at the book.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they didn't
They weren't checking those.
replace the book.
No, why would they?
They didn't change anything about it. There's just more
Dude,
kids
they had
looking
too
at
much- they had-
gaping assholes.
They had too many legal bills defending pedophile priests. They couldn't buy new school books.
Yeah, the
You know what I'm saying?
budget's already been
They
spent.
don't have that kind of budget money, dude. Lawyers cost fees. All right.
They drew the asses just so they could hit a couple kids.
Yeah, yeah. The kids that laughed were into it.
Yeah, they have a violence king.
Any,
That's why they're fucking
any kids that saw it
nuns.
and didn't laugh, they told Father O'Malley, go get that kid. He saw a gaping asshole and he didn't even crack a smile.
Just the fact that like when my parents were like, "What happened?" Because we get in trouble and like got in trouble.
There was a gaping asshole in the book.
They didn't say that. They
Yeah.
didn't say your son is uncontrollably laughing because there's pornography of monkey porn in this fucking book.
But it's their
They're
fault.
just like, your child is just, he's too rambunctious and he needs more Jesus. And I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah,
Look,
Jesus
you
would
see-
laugh at that. If Jesus were alive, he'd laugh at that. That's funny.
Jesus would cut. He'd make one of those pictures into many pictures so everybody could see it and laugh and feel joy.
Yeah, loaves-
He would spread it.
One loaf into many.
He would spread what he would make one asshole into many. Because Jesus gives. He doesn't take. He gives.
He gives, dude. He gives, dude. And he loves you.
And he also receives. All right. I'm going to hell. Good thing my family's so disinterested in me they'll never see this. Oh, thank God.
Good thing they hate my career choice and don't
Imagine if
support
I
me
was
in any way.
still like loved and admired by them. Oh my God.
They'd be so disappointed.
They'd see this.
They gave up last episode of this podcast.
No shit. Since we're on this,
Dude, my family would just be stoked that I'm hanging out with a Latino. They'd be like, "Hi, Xander, finally another Latino. Good, good."
one of our people. We might as well launch into the question that I asked last week to Jen Murphy, the week before that, rather, because this gaping asshole story made me think of it. I already know Mike Nell's answer. When was the last time you 69'd?
69. You know how I've had 69 type situations, but the girl's kind of half-assing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get like half a hand job.
Wait, how old
she
are
like
you?
just kind of spits on
How
it.
old are you?
This recent.
How
Where I had
recent?
like a terrible, like not terrible was just not.
Yeah, not ideal.
What wasn't a full 69? She like
Was it-
kind of gave me it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's every 69. The reason I
Yeah.
ask is, and the reason I ask also your age, you're 30, 31?
That's not what I'm. I don't know. 69 is not. It's
not the move.
Isn't the move.
See, that's the thing. This is what I'm saying.
Because
Remind
if
me-
you do a good enough job, the other person stops doing a good job.
That's what, Xander, you're singing from my hymn
It's
book,
like
my
being in
friend.
a group project.
You're singing from my
If
hymn
you
book.
work hard, the other person stops working.
Yeah. You're singing from my hymn book, man. I'm telling you. Dude.
So then you're incentivized to not
it
do
is
well.
an overrated position.
Yeah.
Amongst the highest overrated position. And I feel like, it's weird and that the right answer is when's the last time you 69'd? It should be in multiple years. More than a single digit year number, because especially if you're over 30, I feel like.
I guess, yeah. But the thing is, sometimes it just happens.
It's a novelty thing.
The person just does it to you.
It's
You're
a
like,
novelty
okay,
thing.
sure.
Yeah, I'm that's the thing. You should. I assume you're not
not requesting
Yeah,
it.
you're not topping on the 69.
Because
are you?
here's the thing, like with stuff like that, I'd rather one person pampers the other person and we take turns.
Well, that's what I said. I'm not in a time crunch. I'm an adult.
It's like you're each massaging one shoulder of the other person.
Yeah,
Just take turns massaging each other. That's what it feels like to me.
No, it's exactly right, Xander.
It's like when you and your girl cook together. It's like, let's just split this shit up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do the dishes.
You're like,
I'll
you
cook.
stepped on my fucking toes, bitch. Like,
Yeah, we're both carrying on knives in the kitchen,
you cook,
and we're
I'll
both
cook
turning.
next
This is
time.
not. This is not an.
this is dangerous. Someone's gonna twist it.
And like you said, if you're doing it right, like one of you is going to work and the other one's just breathing heavily on the other's genitals, just hot breath on my balls. If I'm doing the right thing, or if she's doing the right thing, I'm focused on that. Can I enjoy what I'm getting and then enjoy giving it to you, and vice versa? Or do we have to like be in a time crunch to knock this shit out? That's why I feel like it's a young kid thing. I feel like if you're over the age of 25 and you're 69ing, you should seek psychiatric help.
It's the novelty of it. It's like having like a threesome or something. Like, it's really more cool for the story of it, or like the achievement.
Oh, we've all
that you
done
unlock.
it. We've all done it.
But it's not.
But it's not. I don't want to keep doing it. Like
it's not nearly as fun as you think it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like fucking in the back of a car or in like weird places.
On the beach. Oh, sex on the beach.
Yeah. You know what's the best place to
First time you do it, you're like, I fucked some girl. Dude, she let me have sex with her on the beach. Yeah. And the next time you do it, you're like, we're covered in sand. Like,
yeah, dude. Yeah, you got a sandburn on your shaft.
Why don't we just get a hotel room? We're adults.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have a
Why don't
bed.
we go back to my place?
Yeah, I have a bed with a mattress
pay for a house.
with air conditioning. Why don't we go screw in that?
Yeah, let's go there. I got Gatorade already in the fridge. Let's
It's
go.
cold, dude. Yeah, we're not eating.
It's on ice.
Yeah, we're not drinking warm beer and sandy sandwiches.
I got smokehouse almonds in the kitchen, ready to go.
That's the thing. It's like, let's get weird. Like, no, let's get normal where it's comfortable. We're going to enjoy the coitus.
It's fun the first time.
Yeah, it's a novelty thing. That's why I wanted to ask.
That's like when you do like a terrible road gig. The first time you go like,
you're just excited to be on the road.
Someone invited me to be somewhere else.
Just
anywhere else is so. And then you get to the point where you're like, all right, maybe I don't actually like anywhere I could go.
Yeah, amped
isn't
to be on the
really
road.
my favorite
and
destination.
this is a shit gig. Yeah. Just made me think about it because you were making me laugh about the gaping anus story.
Dude, the matching photos is like,
I know. Well,
come on. And my best friend had it.
Well, that's
what, all the book placement, they randomly handed out the books.
Yeah, I love your thought. How many kids do you think in that classroom had the drawing in it but didn't do anything about it? Just like, ugh.
They were stronger than me.
Yeah, and your buddy.
They sat there quietly.
And your buddy. Had to be. It couldn't be just those two.
Maybe it was just those two, but it could have been.
That's divine. God's
but also,
divine
it seems like the kind of guy, like the kind of thing where someone's like, "Oh, this is funny. I'm going to do this in every book I can get my hands on."
That's what I'm saying. If you do it twice, you can do it more than twice. But
it's one of those things where I went to elementary school that had such old books that I could probably ask my dad, who went to the same elementary school, and be like, "Were there already assholes in them?"
Dude, sometimes in the back of the book they would say who had the years before.
Right, you'd have a log.
List. Yeah, the log.
Yeah.
No, so I was going to ask you. So, when was that story? Obviously, made you like howl laughing. When was the last time you actually had a laugh? Where like the contagious one where if you're laughing with a friend and they're laughing, you both can't stop laughing and you have to like look away from the other because like you keep going back to it. When was the last time you had one like that? 'Cause those are hard. I mean, I live for this stuff. Those are hard to come by. Because that was obviously one.
Okay, so
you guys looked at each other and couldn't stop laughing.
So this friend from the same story, I have many of these with. I feel like that's our friendship.
Oh, nice.
It's one of my best friends. He lives out in Virginia.
Nice.
With his husband, he's gay. He's great. He's like one of my best friends. He's fucking hilarious. So last time this happened to us, his family, we went out on the Delta.
Yeah.
And we went and like water skied all day, and then we got off. Actually, no, wait. This is another person. This is a different person.
Okay.
Anyways,
yeah.
I'm in Tracy, California. Do you guys know where this is?
I don't.
It's like where the
not
Delta
to know.
is. It's one of the worst places ever. It's
like
like
I said, I hope not to know.
If you really can't afford where to live in California, but you have to work in San Francisco, people live there and drive all the way in.
Jesus.
Anyways, it's not great. And we were out there, and we were at a Chinese restaurant, and we watched and like 85-year-old man try to dine and dash. So, and it's like I'm gonna have to act it out. All right, okay.
Yeah,
so
please.
I swear to God, he like finishes his meal, And he's like, and they're like, did you want the chicken? He's like, no, I think I'll get something else. I'm gonna get something else. And they're like, okay, and they leave. And he goes like, and just slow. I swear to God, and it's like 5 minutes of him walking to the door, and we're like, oh my God, he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. And then right before he gets to the door, so the lady's like, sir, did you pay your bill? And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then he still keeps going, goes, oh. And tries to like rush.
They're playing the Chariots of Fire song.
She has to chase him down, and we just couldn't stop laughing. And she's like mad. She's like yelling at him, and me and my friend are just dying. We're like, damn.
Well, also, we beat up an 85-year-old man. You know?
Yeah, kick his ass.
I mean, fucking.
I'm just kidding. No, it's
also, how much is he gonna eat? I mean, 80-year-olds don't eat shit. I mean, older you
it's
get.
insane to like. I don't know, man. Like I've been, alive for so long. I feel like after like 85 years, you should have your money right. You had a lot of time,
bro. I feel like after fucking 41 years, I have my money right.
You should have your money right. Just like that, like hustle culture. Like I don't know why you didn't work harder.
Yeah.
No, but that show was really funny. Another one we saw, Dumb and Dumber in theaters.
That might have been one of the few movies. That
Dumb and
laugh
Dumber
like
or whatever, like the second one or whatever. And this old guy like gets in his seat, and then he just can't stop farting, and it's like.
Oh, so it wasn't even the movie.
Every time I was quiet, it's just a real guy, and he's just like, and we just couldn't. We were just dying laughing. My dad's so mad at us. He's like, "You guys are children," like, and we're like, "Yeah, we are." We're like,
I feel like that doesn't happen enough though. I feel like maybe once a year, at most, I get to have a moment like that. 'Cause like you looking at your friend, and the joke doesn't die for minutes. It was hours ago, and you still you're like you bring it up and start laughing again.
Well, I feel like as comedians too, we probably take it for granted. Like
that's
laughs.
what I'm saying. I feel like I've gotten spoiled with laughter.
Just constantly hearing the funniest thing.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
So you go like, haha. Even though someone just hit a banger, you're like, haha.
Wow, that was funny.
Next one.
That was a good one. Yeah. It's kind of robbed me of that joy. Yeah. But there was a conversation I had recently with a couple buddies where I asked them, because I was asking about that 69 thing.
Yeah.
You want the vape?
How did you know? My eyes.
Yeah, desperate.
I literally thought about. I was like, maybe I'll ask him, and you were like, "Would you like the vape?" Wow.
Yeah.
He's looking at your vape or your dick, and
I hope it's on my cock, dude.
Guess left.
No. I want that cock.
Yeah, definitely in my cock. The vape's bigger. No.
Jesus Christ, you're struggling, bud,
and thicker.
I should hope so. Man, there's a guy out there. This is what it is.
I mean, it's called Asia.
A lot of them.
That's a good look in Asia, by the way. But no, so I was asking a couple buddies who were out drinking about that bar thing, about the 69 thing rather. And then I asked them, I was like, all right, here's the next question. And I don't know where this came from. I was like, what's the maximum number of women that can scissor and all their vaginas are touching? And I figured out it took a little while, but we laughed for half an hour about this because we kept talking about it. It was like dying. But there is a correct answer, and I think I know it. It's a geometry problem.
Yeah, I'm thinking of those puzzles or those things where you stick them.
Yeah, Lincoln Logs.
How many?
I'm thinking of Lincoln Logs.
Maybe 4.
Nailed it. First fucking go, dude. Nailed it.
Is this the XY axis?
Yeah, that's So they got the one, but then if you go face to face, if the two chicks go face to face, other two chicks go face to face, and they open up, they can get in that way.
Yeah,
and they all touch. But that's the maximum. You can't go any more than that because then vagina's starts to not touch.
You think about such random questions to ask in interviews.
Well, these are things.
I love the producer Stephanie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
just sitting here like,
where the fuck do you get this? Mike's like,
I don't really think about these kind of things, Randy.
Yeah, where the fuck do you get these things?
Do you have any other questions prepared for me?
Well, no, I mean, what the fuck is this shit, Randy?
How many dicks could you jerk off at once with 2 hands?
No, well, here was the third question of that series.
You do
you're doing gang signs to jerk dudes off. Yeah.
I can get 4 guys, fool.
I can get 4 guys, fool.
Got to stand them tip to tip.
Oh my god.
Well, here was the third question of that series.
What have I got myself into?
The third question of that series was, how many people can 69 each other at one time? And that's how I phrased the question. And the first answer, my buddy goes, oh, dude, an infinite amount. You just got to stagger them. I'm like, oh, like Hands Across America, 69 style?
More like
He's like, yeah, like that. I'm like, that's fucking genius. I'm like, this guy should be at MIT. He shouldn't be telling dick
That's
jokes.
the porn version of the human centipede,
Yeah, exactly.
right? They're just 69ing in a chain.
Yeah, 60, but across the world, like, everybody on Earth could 69 if they wanted to. Damn. We could all be 69 right now. Maybe that's the song. You're a musician, Xander. Instead of Hands Across America, We Are the World. You need to come up with one.
Hey, y'all.
69 across
we got
the
to
world.
get together, man. There's too much division in America. Yeah. We got to get people back together. That's why I'm creating a 69 across America.
Yeah, dude. Liberals and Republicans have to stagger themselves.
We already got San Francisco done. It's done. We're ready. We're ready. We just need the rest of the country.
No, but I think you want to stagger and have like a liberal Republican. Just liberal.
Imagine people would sign up to be in a 69 chain based on being a liberal or a Republican.
Dude, if you told them they would be on TV, the list would be long enough you could reach DC from LA.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly. How many people are desperate to be on TV in this country? Most people. Most people.
Yeah, I don't
Most
do
people would be. If you're like, hey, we'll give you $300 and you'll be on NBC. Like,
With a dick in your mouth.
Well, that's
the asterisk.
That's the crux. You don't get to decide where you're put.
Yeah,
right?
I'm trying to make sure those videos don't get out.
Yeah, so you're hoping there's a woman ahead of you and a woman behind you, but you're definitely hoping there's a woman ahead of you. You know, as a man, right?
Sure.
You know, he's like, somebody's sucking my dick. I hope it's a woman, but if you got to go down on somebody, it better be a woman.
Better
and
be
you're
a
straight.
woman. Right? Yeah. If it's a guy sucker, you can get over it.
I mean, I would.
Have you ever seen Zach Chanfaloni? I think has like an amazing bit about this, but there is like a game show in Japan to like not try to come to a man sucking your dick.
Wow,
They had like a male porn star.
I've never heard of this, but Japan sounds right because I've seen a documentary on a guy who has the world record for jerking off the longest, and he was jerking off in his
They have
apartment.
like insane game shows in Japan.
So wait,
yeah.
a guy sucked a dude off in Japan, and
yeah, it was like a challenge to not come from like a man's blowjob.
can you
For
see the man?
a straight porn star, and then he comes and he's like, ah.
Can you see the man doing it?
Huh?
Is it like through a glory hole, or can you see the man doing it?
It's like in like a glass box, I think. Like I
think
think you can see him. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just like heard about it. I've heard.
I didn't know it
heard
was a
other
man-
people talk about it.
if I put
Zach
my-
Chapeloni has the best joke about it. It's
If
really
I put
good,
my wiener through a glory hole and a dude sucked it off and he was clean shaven
yeah,
and I couldn't see him, maybe I wouldn't know it's a man, right? Let's be honest,
sure.
right?
That's the whole glory hole thing.
Yeah, it's not like it's like there's balls in the back of your tonsils to know it's a man. You know, like if you're getting sucked off. But
You feel the Adam's apple.
yeah,
You're like, dang
well,
it.
you also can't touch the person, right? So you're just putting your wiener through a hole. But
So
if I could see the man doing it, I mean, I couldn't even maintain an erection,
yeah,
and I'd be trying. I'd be, because I don't want to disrespect that man.
Jesus.
You know, he's on TV. I want to fucking show him some respect.
So how you been, Randy? How's everything going?
Emotionally damaged, it sounds
Yeah.
like.
Oh yeah. Very
Wow,
very much.
You've
So.
really been distracting yourself
Very
lately.
much so. Yeah. Back in therapy. I mean, can you tell?
Lots of Japanese game shows in his search history.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
He's up all night watching these.
Yes. Japanese game shows. I wonder if you can stream those. There's got to be a way to stream them fucking things, man. They got to be good.
Only one search away.
No. Uh-oh. Mike is going to get into it. So what are you been up to, brother? Back from San Diego?
I was in San Diego. I featured for Dustin Ibarra at Grand
Shout out
Comedy
Dustin
Club.
Ibarra. He's been on the show before.
He was
Got
great.
him
What
back.
a fucking pro.
Dude, the
super
guy
funny,
is-
really nice guy.
I've never seen him. I think it's impossible. for
Crushes
Dustin
immediately
to
as soon as
bomb.
he's on
Yeah.
stage.
He's so likable, but also his jokes are so outlandish.
They're so silly.
Well,
Well, and because of the crowd he brought, I got to do like my full-on Xander thing. I didn't have to like tailor it to a regular audience. I was as weird as I am, and they loved it. And I was like, wow, it was a great weekend. It was awesome.
His weenie joke is one of the funniest bits I ever fucking.
Two fucking weenie tips in my
We-
mouth, man.
Weenie tips. Yeah. Such a great
He's
bit.
so funny.
Love like I gotta get him back.
Yeah, it was good. I like it. I like San Diego a lot. It's
Have you
fun.
been traveling a bunch, or is it just down there?
Just a quick little trip. No, I've been in the city. I've been building that show with the band. You got to come up and do it.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely, anytime. I didn't know if you were, because I know you were out and floating the last time you were here. You had just come back from like Hawaii or something.
Right.
Yeah. So you were like in the wind for a little while, but now you're back in the Bay Area.
Yeah. I got a house up there.
Okay. I'm surprised.
Posted up more. I've been touring more like just for the weekend
Chunks.
and going home
Yeah.
instead of like piecing together multiple spots.
Yeah, because you were doing that for a grip, and like I said, you were kind of like my buddy Tyler. Like I never know where you are. Like I'm not certain where you actually live, and I definitely don't know where you are.
Everybody in the Bay Area thinks I don't live there. And I'm like, I live here. I just can get work other places. You ever heard of it? I hear that question all the time. I'm like, bro, I live here. Like, you ever thought about fucking performing in another city? It's pretty sweet. It doesn't make you any less a person who lives here.
It's a whole different crowd. You know, and not only like different people, like different sensitivity wise. And
then your jokes get good universally.
Yeah, and what also like what like reference wise, like it's always fun.
But sometimes I understand why people think that though, because sometimes I'll be like on the road for like 2 months straight. Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing it a lot less. I'm just getting older. I can't really be on the road for that long now.
I also have a bad problem with disappearing. like if dude, like you and I, we probably haven't traded a text in 3 months.
Sure.
You don't know the fuck. I don't know what's going on with you. I was like, when Xander's coming to town, I'll catch up with him. Be fine.
It's the same.
But other people aren't that casual about it. Like,
I know.
Dude, where were you? I haven't heard from you. I'm like, I was living my life. What the fuck were you doing? I assumed you were doing the same.
Chasing my dreams. I thought.
I was doing whatever I wanted to all the time. What were you doing?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know how to check in. With so and so. But yeah,
I'm like I go see people. I don't do like the constant phone calls and texting.
No,
I just actually make the trip to see you.
But I also know that I have to get better personally about reaching out to my comedy people. Get it, like on the road.
Sure, yeah. Everybody else is upset.
My non-comedy friends, I'm like, all right, I gotta fucking reach out and say, hey, just thought about you, man. Hope you're doing well. Let me know next time you're in such as an area, or I'll let you know to this area.
Also,
because they don't have.
How many people do you think could 69 at once?
At what age did you 69 last? Because that's what I really want. Because like I said, anything over 30, like I said, at 25, weird. Anything over 35, completely unacceptable. I mean, rape vibes. Cut it out.
Sure.
Do you ever top on a 69?
Be on top?
Yeah.
Have you seen me? She'll die. I want women that have sex with me to live long, beautiful, prosperous lives.
I want to keep having sex.
I want their lives to improve after we have sex. Not get worse. Not give them back problems. No way.
It is a little.
I gotta be on the bottom.
Well, I feel like if you're gonna top on the 69, you might as well just face fuck her and not soft pedal into it. I feel like offering the 69 is like a backdoor into trying to face fuck a chick. And if that's what you're into, buddy, then just ask her, hey, do you mind if I skull fuck you?
Yeah.
Consent matters.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into that. I'm like into like the connection and the intimacy.
I'm not into the connection. All right, dude, you want to get into a little news?
People, I don't know. Why does everybody nowadays, when they have sex, there has to be like a power dynamic?
Yeah, there is a weird thing.
So this girl recently, and she was like asking me, she's like, are you a top or bottom? I'm like, I'm a straight man. She's like, yeah, but are you like a dom or a sub? I'm like a collaboration. Yeah. Like, I'm more of an ensemble guy. Can we just like work together on coming together? Like, why do you have to? When does one of us have to be the master?
I like a duet.
Yeah, like let's sing the song together.
Yeah, a little duet.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't have to punch you to come.
Like, she was like, that's kind of refreshing. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
all these other guys are like, I need you to be my fucking.
Yeah,
I need you to call me a fat fucking idiot and smack me around. I'm like,
actually, don't even fuck me. Fuck a guy I know and let me watch. Cuck me out, like that whole thing. Or as I said, it's the opposite.
Every day
I need to spit in her mouth and slap her. I was like, hey man, like
every day we
make up with your mother and stop hitting women. Like,
yeah,
like, let it go, buddy. Let it go. All right, let's get into a little news, bud. Listen to this, and this doesn't surprise me in the least. 54% of dog owners would end their relationship with their significant other if their dog didn't like them. A study by Rover reveals a striking statistic that 54% of American dog owners would consider ending their relationship, depending on their dog's preference. This finding is part of a broader trend where dogs are increasingly regarded as family members rather than just pets. I mean, I thought that number would be at least 80%.
You thought it'd be higher?
Yeah. Yeah, 54% sounds low.
Dude, imagine dating someone and your dog hates them.
Dude, it'd be awful.
I couldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to my dog, but also I wouldn't do that to that person.
You gotta, I don't know. If I had a girlfriend, she's got to be good with dogs and cats.
It's a huge
moms
thing.
And dads.
My God. Yeah.
Bus drivers,
she has to have
airport
a mom
attendants
and a dad.
She's got to be able to rizz up everybody. Like,
rizz up everybody.
I don't want to date somebody who's like not good with a dog. Like, how often are you not good with a dog?
I'm great with dogs. That's the thing.
Yeah, like every
if you can't
time
be
I
good with animals, like
all dogs. Like
I can understand how people can be bad with other people. I can't understand how people can be bad with dogs. Dogs were essentially genetically modified over tens of thousands of years.
just show them
to love us
that you're
and love them
sweet
back.
and tender, and
Yeah.
you're not going to hurt them, and then also that they can't overpower you or whatever you need to do. But that's it. Like, it's not that hard.
It's almost like a pre-requirement. Like if a woman, I would never date a woman that doesn't love dogs and doesn't like all animals. Like
Right,
she has to
even
be
like the 2 dog or 2 cat of a person is weird to me because like why don't you like both? Unless you have an allergy. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Unless you can't have
They're
one
both
of them. What is
cute. What the fuck's wrong with you? All animals. I like fucking like birds, turtles.
Yeah,
You should be like they're all.
Yeah, if chick had a reptile, I'd be like sick, dude. This bitch has a fucking snake in the house. You know
She knows how to handle a piece. Jesus Christ.
When she picks up the snake,
I really
she
gotta block my
spits on it,
family
starts
before we
tricking-
post any of these clips, dude. Getting raunchy today. I like it.
Well, you know, like I said, I'm
Been
emotionally
thinking a lot
disturbed.
about 69ing.
Dude, it's a big topic in my mind these days. Because I found out fucking why. Because people still do it. I'm like, what? It's like having a car but riding a horse to work. It's like, come on,
People
man.
still sign up to be a part of timeshares. People are dumb. They're dumb.
That's
They'll
right.
try anything.
I
else.
am giving too much credit to people. This is my
Well,
fault.
because you're an economist, and you should already know this, that you shouldn't consider people as logical, intelligent
That's right.
operators in the economy. They aren't.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
won't make the smart choice.
Yeah, in fact, you can bet your bottom dollar on them not. People become billionaires betting on
Dude,
them
poor
not.
people in America are like, don't you dare give me health care and help with my housing.
Yeah, right.
Don't you help my kids go to school, goddammit. Like, do you hear yourself? That's a real person.
I want freedom from healthcare.
Yeah, that's how.
the fuck you
That's
talking
really
about?
where we're at.
That's it. Oh, dude, you like this? Sounds like you. Kid gets suspended for telling his teacher her breath stinks. Some kid in Alabama got suspended for telling his teacher her breath stinks. She has halitosis, and apparently she took offense to it and wrote him up, called the principal. Kid was in 4th grade. And I mean, like, if your breath stinks, son, somebody should tell you.
Yeah.
And that's what children are good for, I think. The
Yeah.
honesty.
Yeah.
I mean, if they should run every advertisement by a bus full of 12-year-olds. And if there's any name or like product name or concept that sounds fucking goofy or sexual unintentionally, they'll pick it out.
Yeah.
Like, the monkey butthole thing. If your breath stinks,
Come on, it's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. But also, like, if I'm the person with shitty breath,
Right.
I would want someone to tell me. That means a bunch of adults never told this fucking 44-year-old
That's
teacher.
insane. You have halitosis. You know your fucking breath stinks. The kid told you the truth, and then you're like, can't believe this kid's honest. Like,
No, but he's mean. You know, it's like, he's a 4-year-old. You should be happy he's still honest.
What state was this in?
I said Alabama.
That makes sense. Well,
Tracks.
that's what happens when your boyfriend talks to you like that. The woman gets upset. That's probably why. Fucking creeps.
Oh, God. I wonder if Alabama is the most inbred state. I bet Utah is. Those Mormons are fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Never considered that.
Although I'll tell you, if you're into anal, go to Utah. That's a place for you.
Yeah.
You know, for all you anal perverts out there. For all you anal creeps.
Yeah, for all them anal perverts listening in.
Yeah. For my core demographic, the anal
Anal perverts.
for all of my main listeners here.
The podcast name change.
For all my anal perverts.
For all my anal perverts. Where was the other one I found? Oh, this fucking.
You should do like like the album cover that Drake has for all the dogs.
Yeah.
You should have the same one with you. It says for all the anal perverts. It's just you, like.
Just me. Just me.
What's like
What
a
up?
weird dog? Like a weird. It's I don't know.
Where was the third one? Oh, here it is. This is good.
For all the dogs, but it's like Randy's face. He's on all fours.
Yeah.
For all the anal perverts. Oh, we got to get a picture of that monkey from my book, and we'll put it
Yeah,
on there.
and the
then put your
gaping
face
ass.
on
Yeah,
it.
the gaping
Put
ass.
your
over
face on it. Yeah.
Oh, no, find YouTube videos about it. Illinois school employees stole $1.5 million in chicken wings.
Oh, I saw
Got
that.
sentenced to 9 years in prison, bro. A former food service director for Illinois' Harvey School District 152 was sentenced to 9 years in prison after pleading guilty to stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings during the height of the COVID pandemic. Between July 2020 and February 2022, Vera Liddell, now 68, placed orders with the district's food provider, ordering more than 11,000 cases of chicken wings that were billed to the district, but never served to students and never recovered. Dude, 11.
So she had like a side business where she's selling chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken, frozen chicken wings.
Do you think she's an industrious and like starting a business, or she just eats that much fucking chicken?
I mean,
her and her family are just fucking throwing down on chicken. A little bit of both.
I mean, who knows? Yeah, I'm sure all.
I would have loved the photo. She's like real thin and fit, and she's wearing a big ass chain. Yeah. It's like, oh, she's just selling them.
Or she's wearing a bib and her fingers are greasy from all the wings.
She just, like one of those people that looks like they're floating inside their own body, you know? Like, oh, she's just eating them. But that one, like a little bit of both, probably.
But $1.5 million. I wonder what you can sell 11,000. Like, do you think she took 30 cents on the dollar for these wings? Because chicken is like, it's perishable goods.
Sure.
So do you think she walked away like $300,000 off this?
Probably, yeah. She's probably selling them. You know, when your friend posts on
where do you
Facebook,
sell
they're like,
them
"We're
at?"
selling plates today. Come and get them while they're hot." She's
What
probably
friend is
doing
doing
that.
that?
I have friends like that where they're like they make like oxtail or something and they sell plates for like the day, once a month.
Oh,
It's a thing.
It's like a homeless encampment thing?
No, what? No, it's like
Is this
a.
like a hobo thing?
No, it's not a hobo thing. No, here in LA, no one actually eats food.
Yeah.
But in other places, people enjoy to eat food, and they have like less
Yeah.
insecurities about
Yeah.
their bodies, and they eat plenty of food. And people will just sell plates. Like in Oxnard, I have homies that make bomb ass Mexican food, and they'll just sell plates out of their house.
Yeah.
And then in Oakland, there are people that make bomb ass like soul food, and they sell plates out of their house.
Okay.
No one in New York's doing that, where they're selling like Jamaican food out.
Yeah, no, before
out the crib,
street
oxtail or some
street
shit.
vendors and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, street vendors, but not out of their house.
Well, yeah, people do that. She was probably just doing that. She's just like hot wings on Friday. She's got them for like everybody in her friend
I was
group.
gonna say, like, how do you move 11,000 cases of fucking frozen chicken? Like you got. I thought the mafia would have to be involved in moving that kind of weight. You know what I'm saying? Like 11,000 cases. That's like
One local chicken wing bar. You just gotta have one connect.
Yeah, or she had one spot where she was the plug on their chicken.
and dumping them the chicken, right? So like all the KFC franchise in the area were getting chicken from her or something like that.
It's not gonna be KFC, but it's gonna
Whatever,
be like
Popeyes.
Like no, it's not a
Some
chain.
shitty bar.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah.
Johnny's Wings.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. She hocked them all to him.
But she probably was just selling them out the crib because like that's that shit where it's so expensive at restaurants when someone. The reason why the plate shit works is someone sells you something that would be like $30 in a restaurant and it's $15.
Yeah. You gross it up. Yeah. So she got the cases for free. She might have made $1 million.
And then she's selling like 30 wings for $20 or
Yeah,
something
so
less,
she's
like
making-
less than a
making
dollar
bread on
wing.
it.
And then everybody's like, oh, fuck
Do you
yeah.
think 9 years is too much for that kind of shit? 9 fucking years for wings?
I mean, it's stealing. It's still stealing. It's all money.
Bro, but I mean...
Because the money turned into wings doesn't mean it's not
but
money.
motherfuckers on Wall Street have stolen billions and gotten less
Oh, I
time.
mean, they should get fucked too.
No, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, because it was a petty crime of $1.5 million worth of fucking wings, and because it was a 60-year-old black woman in Illinois, they're gonna throw the hammer down her. Whereas, like, if you stole $200 million from, embezzling from the IRS, but you pled, and she pled for this deal, so they were gonna lock her away for a long time. She pled down to 9 years. I've seen guys on Wall Street plead down to fucking 3 years in a prison farm.
Sure.
She's doing fucking time in
I mean,
in
it's
Marion
always
State.
It's always going to be like lopsided like that. It's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully not always, but it is right now.
Yeah.
Really
That's one of the things I
lopsided.
feel like with crime. If you're gonna do a crime, do it big. Don't sell crack on the corner. Sell kilos.
Yeah, because then they'll turn your FBI informant, and you won't even have to.
That's what I'm saying. You got to do it big if you're doing crime.
you gotta be a
This
prominent
petty
member.
chicken wing shit. Fucking rob. They'll take over Purdue illegally somehow.
Yeah, you don't steal from Safeway. You work there.
Yeah.
And you slowly embezzle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, you start a scam where you're stealing PTO days from your other coworkers somehow. Like, whatever. You figure out a way to take their social security number and sell it online. So it's not a big scheme.
I don't know how people do that kind of stuff.
What's
man.
that?
Just fucking long-term crime. Like,
Oh man, I wish.
don't you think about it? If I ever do anything, I'm just like, for
I
the
regret
next,
not. I regret not having become a criminal. I think I'd have been good at it. I mean, I'd eventually done time, but
like
I feel
I've
I
like
feel
stolen, like I've like shoplifted before, and then like the next like 2 months, I'm just like, they're coming.
Oh yeah, no, the
They're gonna come
paranoia.
get me.
No. That's the thing.
Anytime someone's like, "Who are you?" and I'm like, "Not the guy who took a turkey sandwich."
Yeah, exactly.
It's not me.
That's why I didn't get into it, because the having that fucking black cloud hanging over your head, like they're coming for
I
me.
like to go to sleep at night.
Yeah,
pretty easy.
that is why I couldn't deal with the idea of like someone looking for me.
You have to be like sociopathic, where like you don't actually feel bad for things you do bad.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I sleep at
like
night knowing no one's coming for me. Like,
Right,
like I don't know anybody to mortgage, a fucking car. Like, I haven't killed anybody or wronged anybody so bad that I have like a vendetta against me. Like, no one's coming over, after me.
Yeah.
And that's how I sleep at night. But
The only enemies you have are woke LA comedians.
Yeah,
who don't like edgy jokes.
Yeah, they're coming at me on fucking social media.
and a lot of times, as soon as they meet you in person, they're like, "Oh, this guy's fine.
Yeah, never in real life.
This guy's great."
Yeah, but also people in real life don't talk like that to you. Like on the internet, they talk
also
to you one way.
will not come at you.
They will not come at you like that. So like, I sleep well on that. But you're right. If you commit crime, like oh shit, when's the government going to catch up?
Yeah.
But if you make enough money fast enough and then have enough money to pay lawyers, you can keep most of your money.
Sure.
And do, a few years.
You could run for president. I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like Trump has to run for president.
Dude, multiple presidents.
What are you gonna do if if he wasn't involved in this and part of the high society moving and shaking and influencing people? He'd fucking lock his ass up.
Oh no, that he has to run for his immunity.
He has to,
but also for his credibility. Like he was not taken seriously by not fucking Republicans, any rich person until he became president.
Businessmen, yeah.
Yeah, like the businessmen thought he was a fucking joke until he became president. Now they have to show him some respect.
He's a failed businessman.
Oh, terrible businessman.
One of the worst.
Bankrupt 4 times.
Yeah.
3 baby mamas, 39 felonies.
But hey, because they convinced me I had to go to college when I was 18, I owe that money for life.
Yeah.
Good system we got here.
Yeah.
Very fair.
No amount of bankruptcy. Death might not even be able to save you. Like honestly, like they might garnish your Social Security payments to your significant others if you still owe money.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep. It's crazy like that.
Wow.
We did another one, bud. We made it through.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
You can follow me on Instagram at thisguyfunnyman. If you're a weirdo who only uses Facebook, just look up Xander Beltran. I also have a full-length special out on YouTube right now, Xander Beltran, Milky Mexican, with Tiny Pony Productions. And you should check that out, and then come see me at a show.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Fucking Xander's the best. Obviously, follow me at Randy Valerio. Follow the podcast at Ready Set Blow. I'll be back next week.
Everybody DM Randy about your 69 habits. DM Randy about how often you're doing anal, what kind of anal you do. Do you clean it out first? Are you making sure that it's cleaned out?
Yeah. Do you ever douche your asshole?
Or do you pack it in? Do you keep it packed?
Randy will pick his favorite story and he'll send it to Go Tushy.
DM him. Make sure you guys tag Randy's mom when you send this in. She loves to be tagged in these two. And don't ever message me. I'm not interested.
I should put that question out to my listeners. When was the last time you 69'd? And take a big poll. Maybe I will. Well, big pull up the butt. I don't know. All right, guys. That's enough goofiness this week. We love you. Peace.